Hello, friends and viewers. I am Ajit Kumar Jha of Power Pixar channel. Last two videos that we made, our focus was on the BJP and especially in terms of the 2024 Lok Sabha election. Now, today we thought let's focus on the principal challenger, the Congress party and the India Bloc, the 28 parties along with the Congress that are going to meet for the fourth time in Delhi on December 19th. This meeting was supposed to be right after the state assembly elections in Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. At that time, there was entire euphoria in this camp because the assumption was that the Congress might win three or maybe all four assembly election. But it turned out to be the opposite, as we know. The Congress lost the three Hindi heartland states of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, but managed to win very sort of wonderfully in Telangana, where it beat the BRS led by Chandrasekhar Rao. So today, when the meeting is going to take place, let's say a week from now on December 19th, the entire mood is not going to be one of optimism, but one of pessimism, not of euphoria or promise or hope, but that of despair. In fact, the meeting is going to look more like a meeting of convenience rather than a meeting ready to chalk out a great plan for a victory in 2024. Why is that so? That is the reason, that is what I was planning to focus on. Remember the Congress party, the principal player, formed in 1885, the longest party in the history of India. It has had a great innings. After all, it produced some of the most remarkable prime ministers in this country, starting from Jawaharlal Nehru to Indira Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Narasimha Rao, Dr. Manmohan Singh. It has had just an absolutely remarkable record, but that was in the past. That was 10 years ago. In the last 10 years, the Congress has witnessed a historic, one would say, decline. And the decline is so sharp that today, out of 28 states, Congress is in power in only 3 states. 2 southern states, Karnataka and Telangana, and 1 northern state of Himachal. The BJP, in contrast, in sharp contrast, is in power in 12 states. And remember, 12 large states. Uttar Pradesh, 80 Lok Sabha seats. Right now, it just won 3 major assembly elections. It's going to be in power in all 3, right? Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan are major states in this country. So in terms of sheer footprint in the ground, in the states, the BJP is much ahead. If you look at the number of Lok Sabha seats the BJP has today, 290. In fact, the NDA alliance had won 353 seats out of 423 in 2019. The Congress has merely 51 MPs. Now, so this historic decline and the recent failure to win the 3 Hindi heartland states has reduced the Congress's bargaining position in terms of the 28 India Bloc members. When these members meet on December 19th, the big thing that they are going to discuss is seat adjustment. Now, that is going to become a big bone of contention, despite the fact, as I pointed out, that it is because of convenience that the India Alliance has formed. It's because of compulsion that the India Alliance has formed, because they all want to come together to oppose the BJP. The mood is very different. The mood is that the Congress party did not allow any kind of seat sharing when the state assembly elections were taking place in Madhya Pradesh, in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. In fact, Samajwadi Party leader Akhilesh Yadav had attacked the Congress because he wanted seat sharing in Madhya Pradesh, for example. But the Congress refused at that point. Now the Congress will be literally begging Akhilesh Yadav to do a generous seat sharing in Uttar Pradesh, where the Samajwadi Party is much more ahead of the Congress. Similar situation in other states. In fact, the last meeting, the fourth meeting was supposed to be held right after the state assembly elections. But when the Congress party attempted to hold the meeting, almost half a dozen players refused to attend. And that included Akhilesh Yadav. It included Nitish Kumar, although he claimed he was ill. Mamata Banerjee, Trinamool Congress, again refused to come. In fact, initially, she pointed out that she was not even invited. There was a lot of bickering. Then she pointed out that she was campaigning in North Bengal, therefore didn't have the time. Now she has accepted. And then several other leaders, Stalin, the chief minister of Tamil Nadu, again could not come for that meeting. So the meeting basically did not, officially, there was a small meeting, but they couldn't discuss anything. On December 19th, as I pointed out, what are the big agenda? One, seat sharing. Seat sharing is going to see a lot of bickering on all sides. What's the attempt? The attempt is that possibly in all 423 seats, but if not all 423, at least in, let's say, 400 seats, they are going to put just one candidate which will be the candidate of the India Alliance. Now remember, in 186 seats, the Congress faces a bipolar fight with the BJP, 186 out of 423. Over there, the Congress would argue, let's have a Congress candidate. Now, I don't know whether the India Alliance partners would agree, but that will be the Congress's minimum position. Because after all, they have only 51 Lok Sabha seats. So if they claim, let's point out who were the winners previously, then the Congress will end up with only 51 seats. But obviously, the Congress would argue that they would want to put up their candidate in 186 seats. The rest of the seats, the India Alliance members would want to put up their candidates. So that is going to be a big bone of contention. We'll see a lot of drama, a lot of bickering. There'll be players who would want to get out of the alliance. So on December 19th, we'll again focus on the seat sharing. Let us look at the other issues that are going to come up. One big issue is going to be, what is going to be the common minimum program? What is going to be the common agenda on which these 28 parties are going to come together to oppose the BJP? After all, look at the BJP. It has set the agenda. The abrogation of Article 370, which yesterday the Supreme Court sort of sanctioned. That is going to be a big issue on which the BJP is going to campaign, number one. Number two, the Ram Mandir. The Ram Mandir is going to be completed by January. That's the schedule right now. Now that is going to be not only a great agenda, it's going to pick up voters from all over the country and sort of solidify them, mobilize them. So that is a very big agenda for the BJP. Number three, the fact that India was the president of G20, which you witnessed recently in Delhi, the success of that. The fourth, that the economy, despite the global recession and despite the so-called corona pandemic, has actually picked up in India. Right now, the Indian economy is supposed to be one economy that is actually relatively doing much better than, let's say, the entire of Europe or America or even China, the big rival of India. So all these issues are going to be the big agenda of the BJP in 2024. The fact that what are generally known as the Labhyarthi programs, the welfare programs that BJP has been talking about, there are several of them. Prime Minister Awas Yojana, For example, the free food that is being distributed to almost, let's say, 100 crore population, even larger right now, ever since the corona started. Now that is going to have a positive impact among, let's say, the poor. The BJP at one time was thinking of, for example, the women's issues, for example. Again, something which has shown a lot of women voters getting attracted towards the BJP. Now, contrast that with the India Alliance. The India Alliance, Nitish Kumar, who started the India Alliance in July in Patna, he came up with a formula to challenge the BJP's Hindutva, to challenge the BJP's nationalism. He came up with the Mandal agenda, the caste survey. He restarted, he did a caste survey at Bihar level, and then he went ahead and did an economic survey also of Bihar, which showed that the MBCs were getting underestimated. On October 2nd, Nitish Kumar chose, that is the birth date of Mahatma Gandhi, he chose to officially declare the caste survey. On 9th of October, Rahul Gandhi jumped and sort of argued that the caste survey should become the motto, the big agenda of the India Alliance. In fact, all the Congress states where the Congress was in power, including the ones that they lost, the 3 states that they lost right now, they went and declared a caste survey. Rahul Gandhi started speaking the language of Mandal. What happened? Somehow it backfired. Because remember, the Congress, like the BJP, has a lot of support, at least in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, among upper caste. The upper caste started deserting the Congress. So now this issue of the caste survey, which was supposed to solidify the India group, is now going to be a bone of contention. The Congress may not agree to making the caste survey as the number one issue, whereas the alliance partners, especially in the north, like Samajwadi Party, like Janta JDU, like, for example, RJD, for them, Mandal is their main sort of weapon against Kamandal, against BJP. So again, on the issue of the common agenda, there's going to be a lot of so-called fights, infighting. Now, what will hold the India Alliance together are some of the successes they've had. For example, the old pension scheme. For example, the welfare policies that they have chalked out for workers. The Manrega, for example, which was supposed to be a great success during Dr. Manmohan Singh's government, for example. Similar kind of issues. But the problem is all these issues end up moving away from the median voter. In a democracy, the ruling party, the party that succeeds, always captures the median voter. In the past, the Congress used to sit on the median voter position, which is the central position. The left parties, the socialists, the communists would be on the left, and the Jansangh and the Swatantra Party in the past would be on the right. But today, the BJP occupies the median position. It also occupies the total extension of the median position towards the right. All the other parties have been sort of pushed towards the left, and that makes the entire fight almost one-sided. In fact, some pollsters argued that it's an open fight, that the India Alliance, if they do a great seat sharing, they might be able to challenge the BJP. They might be able to challenge the Prime Minister. I don't agree. Reason? Now let's look at again the Congress and BJP for a minute. BJP has perhaps the largest organization in the world. In fact, the BJP is even larger in size than the Chinese Communist Party. It has over hundreds of cultural organizations. It has a great connect with the Hindi heartland, it has a great connect with the aspirational middle classes. It has Prime Minister Modi as the leader, the most charismatic leader in India, perhaps after Indira Gandhi. Whereas the India Alliance just has regional leaders. Congress party doesn't have a single charismatic leader. Forget of the level of Prime Minister Modi. They don't even have a single charismatic leader in the north which can hold a state together. So what happens if there is no, when you are fighting elections for things that are basic ingredients, because elections are almost like war. You're actually going to prepare for the war. What you need is organization, which the Congress organization is in total shambles, total decline as compared to the BJP. Number two, you need an ideology. Again, remember at one time, nationalism used to be the ideology of the Congress. Today, nationalism is associated with the BJP. Number three, you need resources. The Congress is lacking resources. Why? Because it is only in power in the 3 states, and it has been out of power in almost the last 9.5 years. So it lacks resources, and finally, it lacks a winning formula. It lacks the ambition to beat the BJP. Before the 3 assembly election, at least there seemed some kind of euphoria given Rahul Gandhi's yatra that he walked from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. But even that is lost. At one time, the voters were expecting him to do a second edition of the yatra from Gujarat to the northeast. In fact, it was already mentioned out in the open. Now that is not happening. So all the weapons that the India Alliance needs are on a defense, whereas the BJP is in a pole position with the largest organization, a dominant party, hegemonic position in the entire of North, which alone fetches the BJP more than 300 seats. And in terms of allies, it actually has 38 allies. Of course, the 38 allies are smaller parties, which together right now only hold 7 Lok Sabha seats. But what the BJP is planning, they will use the allies to weaken the India Alliance in places where they feel that the India Alliance is strong, whereas the BJP will be in the pole position, winning the entire of North and penetrating in the South. So our focus on the Congress shows that there's only 5 months left. Can the Congress build up this entire campaign in such a way that it builds up its organization, it comes up with a great leader, it comes with a great symbol, it comes with a winning formula, it comes up with an agenda? 5 months is perhaps too less a time, but theoretically, of course, 2024 is an open election, but the probability of the BJP winning that election with an overwhelming majority is much higher than that of the India Alliance. Thank you very much.